Well, good morning ladies and gents. Welcome to Wednesday the 15th of December. It's been a while since I've been on. It's been a bit of a weird few weeks, to be honest. Don't know when truck's broken down. Yeah, that kind of screwed the job up. And no, she isn't fixed yet. Mechanic lad still hasn't come out to have a look at it. Or at least plug it in, that's all I was supposed to do, plug it in. But he has given us a vehicle so at least we can get around a bit better rather than walking everywhere. So yeah, just out on the estate this morning. I have got to, you've probably seen all this before anyway, I've got to get this logged here. It's the same customer that I did the trailer full the other week for. I brought this down. We actually felled some sycamore trees for him, and this is what's left of them. So I just need to go that out of the way. The big girl started. Go get the saw bench, bring the saw bench down here, and then get set up, and then literally just cut them into pieces, trickle on the trailer, and then I can take the trailer up and go get it tipped. So it's not an hard day, probably an hour and a half's work, something like that, and pull it all off and get it logged up, and then that's one job done for the winter hopefully. So one of the reasons I've not done very much recently is because there hasn't been much to do. Literally every gate hole around here is like that, and as soon as you put a tractor across everything it just turns into a mud bath. As you can see down here it's turned up quite nicely already. This is actually stone under here, but it was done years ago when the rest of the track was done, and it doesn't really get used apart from me with tractors. So it's grassed over and mudded up a bit, but literally anything you do out here just turns to mud. I'll just show you this as well. This is Gabe's pictures, but this is what I mean. I did this last week, maybe a week ago. So it's healed over a little bit, but you can see all the clean marks in there. And what I actually did was a bit of poo chucking. The sun just come out at the wrong time. If you remember, there was this field was to do, and there was a pile of muck in the corner. So just loaded it up. It was only a trailer full, or muck spreader full, and just lobbed it on. So the rest of the fields are pretty much cleaned up now, looking good. But I don't know what I can see, but I've chewed the edge up a little bit, just with tracking up and down on it, on my headlands. So yeah, definitely wet out here now. Be almost glad for Christmas. Well, get Christmas over and done with, but I quite like the sitting on my arse bit for a bit. Seems to have been a busy year again. Right, let's go and start the big girl up and the forklift up. Right, so we have the saw bench on the front of the load hole, and I can't see a chuffing thing. That sun's really bright and really low, so never mind. Yeah, just probably start on the forks very slowly because it's a little bit wibbly wobbly, but what do you do? So all I'll do is park somewhere like that, I think, and then we'll get the big girl on. So I'm trying to do this one-handed. That'll do. Right, we'll get the big girl turned around and we'll get her hitched up. Get this out of the way. Dump it somewhere. So anyway, you can never have enough room when you got gear. So, right, so anyway. So yeah, I've got to wait for the MB track to air up on it. It's an air system, so everything including the accelerator on it is air actuated. Well, on the reverse drive anyway. I think the standard ones are, I think normal ones are on a cable, but don't quote me on that one. So yeah, right, okay, switch around. Saw benches over there somewhere in the muck and the dirt, and I'll get hitched up. Tell you what, for a nice running engine, you can hear that big girl halfway across the estate. An exhaust pipe pointing that way. Yeah, well, right, so time to put PTO in. For people with normal tractors, your life's a lot easier than mine. A little bit, should I say. So the Merc stuff, so the older Unimogs, the square cab mogs and older, and the MB tracks, they've all got a air PTO on them. Basically, the PTO is actually left technically in gear all the time. It's basically like a clutch, and the clutch brings wear on them, and there's like, I think there's a brake in them as well. I'm not entirely sure, but the PTO is technically always on. But then down here is where you have your 540 and your neutral, well, your 540,000 in neutral, and then you've got the forward and reverse and rear PTO lever. So always leave this 540,000 in neutral and leave the hand one off. So what I've got to do now is wait for the air pressure to build up again, because the PTO is on air. That goes on, and hopefully, if I've got enough air in, I'm just going to slide that into 1,000 and then release the handbrake. Right, that's my PTO going. And my saw bench. And that's it now. She can just sit there ticking over like last time. We're all running, so get cracked on. Right, well, that's it. We're all logged. The whole pile's gone. So it's taken me a couple of hours to do this. But there's a good half trailer full. It's taken me a bit longer because I was trying to set everything up. Obviously, had to go with that, pick up a saw bench, then pull this whole girl out, touch it. I've also been to get a New Holland as well, just to split the last couple of bits. I didn't do the other day. But yeah, so all that power's gone. It's a nice job. So I'll see what we do now. I might back up and I might split that lot. This is the stuff I brought the other day with the ash. In fact, I should have split that piece as well, but never mind. Yeah, that's ready to go. So next job though is definitely going into that. We'll get that done and out of the way, and I can get paid for that. And if you are wondering, this is a job that we did up the lane, me and my mate. We took a couple of sycamore trees down, and the customer always wants it splitting for his own fire. So instead of taking the saw bench and the splitter up on the big girl, and then having to work out a way of moving all this around as well, after I split it, it was just easy to bring it all back here, drop in the floor, as I need it, take it off the trailer, split it, stack it, and then vice versa with the saw bench, you take it off the stacks, cut it up and then back onto the trailer. Then you just go up there, tip the trailer off, and you can stack it. So right, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye.